So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. This time with another Arsenal victory against Man United. You guys are struggling to get a win at the Emirates in the last 4 or 5 attempts. 4 goals, 2 absolute sitters missed, 2 penalty claims, 2 potential red card claims. With all that action that was in the game, it was pretty drab, to be fair. I can't lie. Loads of action without any action. Big up to everybody inside, man. Listen, I've seen a lot of shows. I've seen a lot of comments and stuff like that. Me personally, before we get into your thoughts on it, Rance, smash the like button up, sub to Rance as well. Me personally, I thought it was 2 poor teams that are miles away from Man City. And on the balance of big chances created, I do think we should have won the game. Yeah, Havertz missing in that. Well, I don't even know what he was doing. My daughter scores that. Saka, again, missing an absolute sitter. You had a goal disallowed as offside, millimetres. But what did you make of it overall, mate?
Bro, to be honest, yeah, I wouldn't say I was happy with the performance, but it was cool for me. Do you know what I mean? You go to Arsenal, you don't expect to go there dominate. Do you know what I mean? You don't expect to go there dominate. There were times where we dominated the ball, but we weren't creating anything, which was fine. It was 2 managers, and it was a very tactical game. That's what it was. It wasn't one for the neutrals. It wasn't that. It was very tactical. United were playing out from the back, trying to lure Arsenal in so we could exploit the space in behind, which is how we scored the goal. If you look at the goal, when Eriksen steps in, quick counter, get the ball into Rashford. We were looking for that. We were looking for that all game. That's what we were looking for. That's why we're using our goalkeeper to play the ball around the back to draw Arsenal in so we could play in behind them. So tactically, we set up that way. Arsenal weren't pressing us. They set up a certain way. And I think both managers kind of cancelled each other out. Like, do you know what I mean? That's why when people are saying it was a poor game, I just think it was a very tactical game, to be completely honest. And even though it was a very tactical game, there were loads of different things that happened in the game that could have changed the game. Loads of things could have changed the game. The Lindelof one isn't a red for me only because of where it was. If it was central, it's a red card. But because it's very, very far out wide and he has cover, he gets away with it. But if that's a red, I'm not complaining. You know, like that. The Saka one, that's a red if that's Casemiro. Do you know what I'm saying? But because it was Saka, it's a yellow. Do you know what I mean? And then you look at, they're saying Man United should have had a penalty for Højlund. I don't agree. I don't think it was a penalty. Havertz one was a clear dive. So those are 2 decisions that the referees got right. The Garnacho one, cool, it's fractionally offside. Like when I look at the game, it's like either a red card for either side changes the game.
Yeah.
A penalty.
Do you not think with the Saka one? See, I've watched that Saka one back about 5 times on the replays. Do you not think he was being pushed? Yeah, but do you not think he was being like grappled? He went down easy, but do you not think he was being pushed and that put him off balance? For me, I said to Ola and Matty on the watch along, I said, yeah, that looks a bit naughty. Now I see the replay and I was like, oh, he might get a red here.
It's ankle height, bro.
But then when I see the other replays, different angles, he was off balance because he was being grappled from behind. So
he was off balance.
They didn't give it, but
he was off balance, yeah. But he got booked.
If it is a red, I ain't gonna moan because
he got booked for it though. He got booked for it. It was ankle height. The ball wasn't there to be won. That wasn't a challenge that he needed to make. Do you know what I mean? And even if he made it because he was frustrated because he was being fouled, it's still dangerous. It's very dangerous. If Casemiro does that, it's a red card straight away. No, like, he's getting sent for that.
If Xhaka gets away, be a red card.
It is a red card if Xhaka does that, bro. Saka gets away with it because he's not that kind of player tax. That's what it was.
See, I think he was getting fouled. Like, and the reason I say that is if you go back to last season when I think it was Martinelli scored and it was off. It weren't offside. It was the Eriksen free kick.
Yeah.
Similar. Like there's not a lot in it, but it puts them both off balance and they fall over.
He is off balance, but that's not why the challenge was bad. The challenge was bad because he was frustrated because he felt like he was being fouled and he stuck it on, man. That's what happened, innit? Like, he left it on him. Like, he wasn't trying to win the ball there. That wasn't a challenge that, like, he was trying to win. The ball was not there to be won. So, it's a red card if it's someone else. Cool. I'm okay with him not getting sent off for that. But I'm saying that that's something that could have changed the game. The Lindelof red card, if that's a red, that changes.
That's a game changer, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The Havertz pen is a game changer. The Højlund pen is a game changer. The Garnacho not being flagged off side is a game changer. even though people are saying, oh yeah, it was a dead game, yeah, there were loads of different things that could have changed the game. Like, even though not a lot happened, a lot happened.
A
Like,
lot
not a lot
happened. Yeah.
happened in terms of goal scoring opportunities because you didn't create anything. Like, you looked like you had 100 corners, yeah, and none of them beat the first man apart
Oh,
from
our
the one you
corners were
scored with.
shocking, man. Martinelli needs to learn how to cross the ball. Like,
Bro,
honestly, I thought he played
Martinelli,
all right, Martinelli, but his corners were
he
shocking.
never got the better of Wan-Bissaka once in that game. Not once. And
Apart from the
Dallo
Odegaard
pocketed
goal.
Saka, bro. He done nothing.
Apart from the Odegaard goal, yeah, he didn't get round. But Wan-Bissaka actually had a good game. I actually said on the watch on as well, like all the way up to, I think it was like 80 minutes or whatever, 85 minutes. I was like, yo, Man United have actually defended pretty well.
Very well.
You know,
apart from the goal.
Apart from the goal straight from kickoff, which was mad because, like, again, Kai Havertz misses an absolute sitter. Yeah, and bro, like I said, my daughter scores that. Like anybody scores that, but again, it's because he's not on his tiptoes. Said this last week.
Yeah, he's flat-footed, and then he's just kind of swung a leg at it.
Yeah, and then he panicked and thought, oh, and like it very nearly ended up at Eddie and Kay. I think it was Lissandro, wasn't it, that cleared it in the end. But
it was Lissandro, yeah.
But then literally a couple of minutes later, again, the same player, aimless 15-yard pass. It's a simple pass, and then bang, Rashford scores. And I think the keeper should have saved that.
He should have saved it, but
he was about 2 or 3 yards off his line. Yeah, there's only one place he can put it. If he's on his line, he got hand on it anyway. He tips around the post.
But forget the goalkeeper for a second, yeah? Two of your defenders let Rashford cut inside on his stronger foot. Both of them.
Yeah, Ben White, yeah.
Horrible defending. Him and Saliba. Like, you know Rashford's going to cut inside. Like, you know he is. Like, show him down the line. It's horrible defending. How does he manage to cut in past your right back and your right centre-back and get a shot off? The defending was poor. The same way the defending for our goal was poor as well that we conceded. Lindelof's ball watching, so Lissandro has to go in and cover the space, which means Eriksen has to cover the space that Lissandro's left. And Eriksen, the ball drops to where Eriksen should be. Because Lindelof made the first error and then everyone else had to squeeze across to plug the space. The Saka open chance that he missed was right at the end of the game.
Yeah, he should have buried that. I don't know.
He should have buried that. But that was in like the 90th minute or something like that. Like, that wasn't in regular time.
Yeah, it was near the end.
It was near the end of the game.
5-8-7, something like that.
Exactly, because then we went down the other side and had a chance as well. So
yeah, that Garnacho offside, yeah. When I see it, I was like, oh, he looks on.
I thought he was off when it initially happened, to be fair.
And then I see Gabriel. I'll tell you what, that was a mad piece of defending from him. Because he could see down the line, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he literally jumped backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he hadn't have done that, you win the game. Yeah. That was literally right there. Yeah, game changing. And do you know what happened after that? Yeah, it was almost like it just popped your balloon, like a needle in your balloon, just took all the wind out of you, man. And after that, and this is the difference between Arsenal and Man United for me. Arsenal play until the final whistle every single game, which is why we've scored so many.
But that's confidence, though. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's all that is. Because if you look here, if Garnacho scores that 2-1, yeah, people are saying, yo, the manager's coached an absolute masterclass. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So
yeah, that's the fine margins of football, isn't it?
Like, well, there you go. But it's gone from our manager coaching an absolute smash and grab at the Emirates to us losing 3-1 and Arsenal fans talking like they completely smashed us when you didn't. Do you know what I mean?
So, bro, come on, you know me, man. I say it as it is. Yeah, I've seen so many people getting giddy. Listen, I'm buzzing that we beat Man United because I like beating Man United. Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, yeah, that's two teams that are miles away from Man City.
It showed how far, bruv, you're miles off what you were last season. Forget Man City.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Like the way we're playing at the moment, listen, we've got the points on the board. That's great, fantastic, yeah. But the way we're playing, yeah, I actually thought, like you said at the start, tactical. Yeah, we didn't press your goalkeeper at all, really. Yeah, it was a case of, right, we know he's just going to pop it around. And they're looking for that ball over the top from Bruno to Rashford or from Eriksen through the lines and that. Yeah, so we just thought, cool, let them have the ball around their defence. Yeah, and then you lot were like, okay, cool, we'll let them see if they can break us down. Yeah, it was tactical, and for me, it weren't a great watch. Yeah,
it wasn't, but it's not meant to be, man. That looked like a cup game. Do you know what I mean? These are the kind of games when two managers, when two tactical managers come up against it, this is how it's supposed to be. When Man United used to play Arsenal, they never used to be the most entertaining games. Obviously, there are times when we absolutely smashed you lot, but other than that, other than that, like, it's not meant to be entertaining. It's meant to be two top managers a game of chess. It's not meant to be entertaining, bro. Like when two of the bigger teams play each other, same like when we played against Chelsea and stuff. Like the games were never flipping exciting. Like they weren't supposed to be. You know what I mean? They're just, it's meant to be, yo, like who can make the first mistake, who can do whatever. Like you don't expect these games to be exciting, bro. Like they're not
And
meant to be.
do you know what as well? Right? I think after the last couple of times we played you, obviously at your ground and ours last season, yeah, we played some stupid high line. Yeah, and we were press. Yeah, it's a fair play to Arteta because he's realised, and we nicked it in stoppage time last year against you.
But there you go, it's 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years running. Yeah, but at your ground, yeah, we were literally on the halfway line. Yeah, and you were just sucker punching us every time with balls over the top.
And your manager set up the opposite way now and didn't press us. And
fair play to him because he thought, if we go against Man United and press this goalkeeper, and that back line, all they're going to do is ping it into Ericsson, ping it into Bruno, boom, and we're going to get stung. So fair play to Arteta. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it was a fantastic game, but like you said, maybe they're not supposed to be. Yeah, because we've seen so many goals and end-to-end action over the last few years with our teams because we've both been trash.
Yeah,
I think the way Arteta played that, and even your manager, the way he set back and said, "Cool, let's see." If they
both set up. I think they both set up perfectly well, and the reason why the game went the way it went was down to the decision making and the quality of the players. That's what it was, because there were opportunities where we had you on the break a couple of times. Rashford should release the ball to Højlund.
That guy
should release it. And his final ball was crap. Do you know what I mean? And the same goes for Martinelli. His crossing was terrible. Like he would just cut inside, cross it out, goal kick. Like it was literally that. But the reason why you won is because you had that little bit more quality, in the attacking third than we did. That's the only reason. There was a time where Bruno had the ball just in between the lines, just play a simple pass into Rashford. Rashford's clean through. Bruno passes it back to your player. Like, these are the fine margins in the game. Like, both managers actually tactically set up the right way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to be fair, we looked a lot better when Havertz got subbed. Yeah, that guy, man. Like, honestly, I say this to you every week since he's been here. That guy just looks like he wants to be anywhere other than on the football pitch. Yeah, and as soon as we took him off, we brought Vieira on. Again, I thought he played well. And this is a player I've quoted all last season. The last two games he's come off the bench, he's changed the game, like with passes that have led to a goal.
Yeah, but Reece Nelson looked lively energy when he came on as well.
Mate, that Højlund, bro, when you brought him
he's a monster.
Bro, I didn't realise how quick he was.
I told you. He's quick, bro. He's quicker than Rashford, bro. He's a problem.
I see how quick he was. When Rashford was breaking away, I was like, oh, we're fucked.
And Rashford should have just slid it through to him, bro. And Rashford...
but he's brain dead. Yeah, Rashford's trash.
I told Rashford can't play with him. Like, he's gonna, like, honestly, Rashford's going to frustrate the living daylights out of him because Rashford's always looking to cut in and shoot. He's not looking for his teammates. And Højlund, like, he literally broke his neck to get up there, and then Rashford don't release it.
He was fuming at him as well. Rightly so, man. Rightly so. But this is Rashford's whole career. Yeah, let's just be real with it. Rashford's like, he'll go and score a good goal, and it was a good goal. Right, he got the ball cut inside. You know what he's going to do. Yeah, and there was only one place.
Other than that, he offered absolutely nothing for the rest of the game, and then I think he nutmegged Ben White or something once, and that was it. 90 odd minutes. That's all you gave us.
Yeah, mate, it's crazy. Yeah, but listen, you're going to have a lot of frustrating moments with that guy. And Højlund's going to be frustrated a lot all season because I'll tell you what, he looked a handful, man. He looked a handful. Fair play to Gabriel, though, because the size of that bloke and Gabriel, they were just cuddling each other, grappling each other.
But I like that, though. Like, that's good old-fashioned centre-back, centre-forward play where, like, you go and impose yourself physically on the defender. And as a striker, you don't really see that in the modern game because even Højlund, he don't back into players. He doesn't physically impose himself. Like, he uses his pace. Like, this guy's going looking for the centre back. Do you know what I mean? It's a proper, like,
he wants to
throwback
centre him up
forward.
And roll him.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see. He'll get a lot of goals like that. So I'm happy, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with the fact that we've got a striker now that is going to score goals. We've got Amrabat to add to this team as well that didn't play. Like, we're going to see better performances as the season goes on. I don't think our performance was bad against Arsenal. I just think that individual moments in the game is why we ended up losing the game. Like, if it was a 1-1, no one can really complain. Like,
to be fair, 94 minutes, I'm sitting there thinking this is a draw.
well, exactly. No one can complain. If it's 1-1, no one can really complain. As an Arsenal fan, you can't be like, oh, we battered them, we deserve to. It wasn't that kind of game. Saka missed a chance, but then we had a goal disallowed. Do you know what I mean? Like everything kind of balanced out. Do you know what I mean? You had as many chances to win the game as we did. Like, just
Yeah,
is what it is.
Martial, I don't know what Martial was on that game. He looked stoned, mate. I don't, like, he looked absolutely off his nut. Like, he just didn't want to be there. He was your Kai Havertz for the day.
That game wasn't for him though. Do you know what I mean? That game wasn't for him. We're looking to play diagonal passes into the wing and break, and nothing was getting played into his feet, innit? Like when he did get the ball, he kept it, didn't lose it. But ultimately, like the game kind of bypassed him. It wasn't his kind of game because Højlund's more direct and a lot quicker. And they were launching it long when Højlund came in because they know that Højlund can back in. So we were kicking it from the goalkeeper. We weren't doing that when Martial was in. I think it's just different phases of the game. But ultimately, I think both managers tactically got it spot on. And in the end, individual players won the game and lost the game. That was it.
Mate, yeah, mate, I agree. Listen, I've seen Arsenal fans getting so giddy over it. Like, listen, it's nice beating Man United. I grew up on that rivalry. I always want to beat them. Yeah, but yeah, man, it weren't a 3-1 game. It was a 2-1. Like, listen, you had a chance. We had the two chances with Havertz and Saka. Yeah, if Havertz scores that goal, that completely ruins your game plan.
Changes the game, man.
Yeah, and totally rips up your game plan. Now you have to come and try and get back in the game. One thing I'll say though, when you scored, right, and Rashford scored, I was thinking, for fuck's sake, no chance, man. Come on. Yeah, and then literally, I don't know what you were doing from kickoff. How Martin Odegaard's free on the edge of the box was crazy. Like 30 seconds later, I think that was the only time Martinelli put a decent cross in. I actually thought Martinelli played all right, but he was playing for corners.
For the amount of the ball that Martinelli got, I don't think he played well. And the reason why I say that is he had the ball in isolation probably 10, 11, 12 times against Wan-Bissaka. And how many times did he get past him and put in a good cross? Not one. Not once. Do you know what I mean? Like even when he set up the goal, it wasn't carrying the ball. If I remember correctly, someone played the ball down into him in space and he got his head up. But he had loads of times to go 1v1 against Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka put the ball out for a corner almost every time. And then when he cut inside, the crosses went out for throwing. I mean, for goal kicks or corner. He wasn't good, bro, for the amount of times he had isolation against the centre back. If Rashford had the opposite amount of times on the ball against Ben White, I believe that he would have scored more than one goal. If you put Rashford up against Ben White 11, 12 times in a game, he's scoring more than one. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think Martinelli was good, and Saka was nowhere in it. So
Saka's been poor all season. Yeah, Saka was poor at the end of last season. He's been poor at the start of this season. Yeah, and he was done. He was knackered by 75 minutes. Yeah, and he's been like that in every game so far. And this is why I was crying out for us to go and sign a right winger. Yeah. Just go and get a backup right winger. Yeah,
why can't you just use Pepe? He's on the payroll anyway.
Right, he's apparently going Saudi or Turkey by the end of this week for £2 million. Only the 70 million loss. Well, bro, it's crazy. I can't lie. But do you know what though? Right, we had Smith Rowe and Trossard sat on the bench. We could have put Trossard on the right. Yeah, we could have put Trossard there. Like Trossard, I don't know why he's not getting a game. I don't know what's going on there, but for some reason he don't fancy him at the minute. Yeah, but again, we looked more energy, more tempo, and more fluid without Havertz on the pitch. But this guy's going to die on that hill this season, mate. I'm telling you, because the way he was waffling about his wife afterwards and this and that, like Arteta is just waffling. But listen, at the end of the day, we won the game. So, Arsenal fans are going to get giddy. Now, I see somebody post a tweet out earlier saying, after 10 years of being banter club, I think I'm going to enjoy this moment now that we're good. I quote tweeted it. I just went, longest trophy drought in a decade. When were we good? Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? We might have won the game. Yeah, but we ain't won anything for nearly 4 years, mate. Yeah, that don't mean good to me. That just means like, well done. Like you've won a couple of games. Sure. But it's crazy. But obviously international break now as well. Apparently Saka's not training today. I don't know if your lot, Rashford and the other guys that are there. I don't know, but
I have no idea.
Yeah, Saka's not training, so I don't know. I see a picture of him earlier on the bikes and that. but apparently he weren't in training. So I don't know whether that was planned already. But yeah,
Possibly.
man. Big up to everyone inside, man. There's 2K in the building. I'm going live with Terry shortly as well, so make sure you come and check that out. He was fuming after the game.
Why?
But there we go. It is what it is. I don't know. He was just on a meltdown. Let's move this on because obviously your football club right now. Just to answer this super chat. Big up to everyone throwing these super chats in as well. I appreciate it, man. Smash the like button. How many likes? How many likes we got here? Not even 350 and there's 2K here, man. You lot are shameless.
Sorry,
Like, come on, man.
guys.
Smash the like button up. Thoughts on Odegaard? He's becoming clutch. Mate, I've been calling out for Odegaard to start shooting more since he's got it. And now he's shooting more. He's scoring more. It's not rocket science.
I think he's just getting into better positions to score goals, isn't it? Like the goal that he scored, yeah, he struck the ball well, but he was in acres of space, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to do that. He's a player that's technically good enough to pick up the ball in those positions and pass the ball into the goal, and that's what he did, innit? You don't need to take the lever off the ball when you receive the ball there. It's just composure. He's a very composed footballer. So if you give him time and space, he's gonna do that, innit? Like, he's not a natural goal scorer, but you can rely. If the ball drops to Odegaard in that position, yeah, and 9 times out of 10, I expect him to put it in the back of the net anyway. So, like, he took his goal well. Other than that, to be fair, like I didn't feel like he was as influential in the game as he
was
perhaps
pretty
could have
quiet.
been.
Yeah,
He was
pretty
quite
quiet.
quiet. To be fair, I think your midfield in general was quiet. It doesn't help when you've got Havertz in there, though.
No, Havertz is a liability, mate. Yeah, Declan Rice was all right. For me, he was man of the match, even without the goal. Yeah, I gave him man of the match without the goal.
I don't see it, bro. Like I was watching him, yeah. Everything's just sideways and backwards with the geezer. Like I literally seen the ball come to him on the half turn, and he's just swiveled and just passed it backwards. Like, and I'm just like, and that's what
you don't want to pass to Havertz, bro.
But he just kept passing backwards. He just kept passing backwards, and
Havertz can't pass the ball 15 yards without giving it away. The guy's a
bro. He can't even pass it 5 yards, to be fair. But do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones where it's like I don't understand the passing backwards and sideways thing for 100 mil. I don't get it.
Yeah, but each game determines what he's doing in it. Like like you said, it's 2 teams that you were just sat back hoping, to counter us. So he's kind of just sitting there thinking, well, I can't just keep passing forward because they got about 8 men there around the box when we're on the edge of the box. Let me just keep it ticking. Yeah, in other games, like he's been good this season. I've enjoyed watching him so far, and I think he's still got levels to go up because he ain't world class. I still think Thomas Partey's better than him. Yeah, but in that game, I thought he was man of the match easily. Yeah, easily for us anyway. But yeah, let's move on to this Sancho talk because your manager after the game has been asked a question about Sancho. Where is he? Why wasn't he in the squad? For me personally, all he had to do is say tactical reasons he ain't in the team. Like he ain't in the squad. I picked the right squad that I thought was going to go and win the game. We've seen this with our manager.
Yeah, but he wasn't even in the squad though. That's why he kind of had to answer it, because it's one thing him being on the bench. The manager drew attention to the situation by him not being in the squad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I kind of get it, but at the same time, bro, there's ways of getting out of that. You don't have to come out and say he's been crap in training. Like, do you know what I mean? Because now he's caused a whole shitstorm. Yeah, over the next 2 weeks before you play your next game, and then off of the back of that, he then comes out and puts a statement out. And I've seen loads of people moaning and bitching that he's put a statement out, right? And I'm kind of on the fence with it. At the end of the day, there is hierarchy at a football club. There's a chain of command. The manager is above the player. Yeah. But at the same time, if the player's being scapegoated, as he says, and he actually thinks he's done well in training, and that's not the reason why he's not in the squad, then if that's me, I'm saying something as well.
I don't think, you know what it is? I don't think he said something because he doesn't feel like that's accurate. I think he said something because he knows that he's being thrown under the bus. He knows something else has happened, innit? He knows that the manager is scapegoating him. He knows. They've had a conversation. There's no way you come out. If the manager said something like that, there's no way you just come out that quickly, yeah, if you think that, I just don't agree. Nah, it's deeper than him not agreeing. You know, like that. Like, he feels like he's being persecuted and he feels like he's not being treated the same as everyone else. It's very obvious. And we know that he's not. Anyone that supports Man United can see that there's been a lot of players that have been very, very bad. Very bad. And they keep playing. Do you know what I mean? We literally lost 7-0 and the guy picked the same starting 11.
That's true.
Literally. Do you know what I mean? If I'm the gaffer, yeah, and we lose 7-0, and I'm seeing people like Bruno walking around and that, next game, I'm making 8 changes. And I don't care if we lose the next game. I'm making a statement. I'm dropping everyone and saying, you know what, you man embarrassed yourselves, you embarrassed me, so you man can hold the bench, innit? That's what I'm doing. The manager's done it multiple times where we've had embarrassing losses and he's picked the exact same team again. Do you know what I mean? So
Mate,
I
you
don't
picked
want
the
to hear.
exact same 11 after Wolves. Like, I know you
Exactly.
won the game, but I mean that weren't great, was it?
But exactly, this is my point, my bro.
Well,
This is my
what do you
point.
think? What do you think's actually happened there, though? Like, because there's talk now. I've seen like loads of reports doing the rounds that they're going to sit like the hierarchy or football club are sitting there going to make a decision on whether to keep him or not. And I'm like,
Bro, let him go. Like, he's wanted to leave for a minute. You know, like that. Let him go. Like, let him go because you're not using him. You're not using him, so let him go. What's the point in keeping him at the club? Like, doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense. Like, who benefits from keeping a player at the club that you're not using correctly? He doesn't want to be there. Who's benefiting from this situation? Let him go. And then you're throwing him under the bus publicly, yeah, when there's been far worse players than him this season. Far worse.
Hey, and Anthony's been shocking. We'll get to him in a bit, but
Anthony was okay against you lot, yeah. But he's been awful, yeah, for the majority of the time he's been at the club. And if he's fit, he plays.
every
Do you know
week,
what I mean?
literally.
Every single week, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So this is what I don't get. You know what I mean? Manager can't turn around and talk about the standards at Man United and then lose 7-0 and pick the same team. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, that doesn't make sense. What I don't like is the inconsistency with the messages that he's putting out here. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one of them ones where with the Maguire situation, he's protected him publicly, even though he stripped the armband from him. Do you know what I mean? Publicly as well, he protected CR7. Publicly, he protected De Gea, even after De Gea was costing us games, bro. Like, literally, he cost us the Europa League, fumbled it. Man's talking about, oh yeah, he's the Golden Glove winner, all these other things. But then after we lose to Arsenal, you just throw Sancho under the bus.
Yeah, but do you think, like, obviously we don't know what's happened, but that 3 months where Sancho had off, like, to be fair, he was protecting him through that. So maybe he's had enough of protecting him and he thinks he's in the right. And maybe something Sancho has done is the reason that he's just gone, do you know what? I've had enough of protecting this guy.
Yeah, but I don't think so though. I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is, yeah, if Sancho, for instance, yeah, wasn't training well and all of these other things, any Man United fan, yeah, that's not full of crap, yeah, will tell you that literally since the start of the season, he's been our best attacker, bro. Like, he has. Every time he's come on, he's played well. And even throughout preseason, he was our best attacker. So if that's how someone plays that's not training well, then boy, you know, like that.
The thing is, even if you're not training well, like, he's banging on about standards. There's a certain standard to uphold at Man United, right? But then he's getting rid of certain players and bringing Johnny Evans in. Like, what the fuck, what's he waffling
Yeah, but
about?
even the Johnny Evans thing, bro, like, it's like, I don't mind the Evans thing because Evans weren't really supposed to play, innit? He wasn't supposed to play. But my thing is, yeah, like, man are playing rubbish week in, week out, and you're playing them for 90 minutes. And then you're complaining, yeah? And then you're complaining about someone allegedly not training well. This is nonsense, bro. Because you had man on the bench that couldn't help you in the game. So you left him at home to make a statement, yeah? But then you brought players to the game that you knew couldn't help you. You can't tell me that Sancho ain't gonna be able to help us more than them academy youths he had on the bench. It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Someone's lying, bro.
Yeah,
someone is lying.
Don't add up, man. Yeah,
someone is lying, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm more likely, yeah, to not believe anything that this manager's saying because of the inconsistencies.
Bro, he's a compulsive liar. I've said this to Terry Flewers a million times. The guy is a compulsive liar. Yeah, the amount of times he has sat there and said that Harry Maguire's got a great future at the club. He's a brilliant defender. He had a great season. He's had a great career. His great career. What's the highlight of Harry Maguire's career? He's won one trophy, and that was under him. And that was before he got the job. Now, when he got the job, he was saying Harry Maguire's had a great career. Bro, the guy got relegated 4 times.
Bro, this brother's come in, yeah. His talent ID has been poor, yeah. It's been visibly poor. Like, a lot of the players that we've been linked with, yeah, have been trash. So Mancini's talent ID hasn't been good. He's made Bruno the captain. He's made loads of decisions that don't make sense, innit? So at the end of the day, why am I gonna believe? Why am I gonna believe that? Do you know? Why am I gonna believe it? Man spent 100 mil on Anthony. Yeah, he's not performing. You're not dropping him. You gave Mason Mount the number 7, spent 65 mil on Mason Mount. So if you think Mason Mount's good enough to play for Man United, then why am I gonna trust anything you say, bruv? Like, why am I gonna do that? Because one thing about football, yeah, is that players know who the rubbish players are and who the good players are. When they were asking Casemiro, yeah, who the best players in training is, he mentioned Jadon Sancho. And Casemiro's played for Real Madrid. So, like, well, who am I going to believe? Casemiro or the manager?
True. No, I agree with you. I personally think it's got nothing to do with training. Yeah, maybe he wanted his move. He didn't get his move.
Bruv, that definitely happened. Do you know what I mean? That definitely happened because he wanted to leave from last January. So, like, I'm not saying that, but I'm telling you, these guys have fallen out, bro. It's not a thing where he hasn't trained well. Something's happened and he's answered him back. And he's thought, what? You can't talk to me like that. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is, because we see it in football all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we see it in football all the time. Players answer managers' backs, and then all of a sudden, you're out of favour, bro. We saw when Danny Rose walked into the thing for Tottenham. Remember, said to Jose, he goes, bruv, you're talking about me, yeah? Like, bro, there's bare man here that are playing crap. Yeah, he said there's bare man that are playing crap here, bruv. Do you think that players don't know? Do you think Sancho don't know that man has been starting Garnacho and he's been stinking the place out? Do you think that he doesn't know that Anthony's been playing every single game and stinking the place out? He outperformed Anthony statistically last season, bro, and he played half the time.
What's the most amount of games he started in a row?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Maybe the chat can tell us.
I couldn't tell you, but if it was free, I'd be very surprised.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This is similar. It's not exactly the same. It's very similar to Pepe. Yeah, exactly the same. Like, same scenario, but different, if that makes sense. Because you've signed him for big dough. We signed Pepe big dough. You don't give him a load of games straight in a row. You play other players that are worse than him consistently, but keep playing them. And then you kind of just shun him. And it's only going one way. Yeah, he ain't getting sacked, the manager, anytime soon, unless results determine it. Yeah, but as it stands, the results are not bad enough to get him sacked. So it's just only going one way, and that's Sancho's leaving. Whether that be now and you terminate his contract, which I don't think he will, or whether he goes in January. Well, I suppose he's got till Thursday to go Saudi, but is he going to go Saudi? I don't think so.
Bro, he's not going Saudi, bro. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is the manager's handled this well. And now Anthony could potentially be going in the bin, bruv. So, do you know what I mean? Manager's going to have to work it out now. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, work it out. Work it out now. Simple. Like, you're going to have to earn your money now. You're going to have to earn your money because what he done was...
He's dug a hole big time.
Bruv, what he done was foolish, innit? Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, literally, because there's different ways to deal with it. There's different ways to deal with it. If you want to provoke, yeah? If you want to provoke a good reaction from a player, then there's different ways to do it. We've seen different ways where players have been playing. We've seen it with Pep Guardiola, like with Kevin De Bruyne. Like, De Bruyne will be playing. He'll be shouting at De Bruyne while he's on the pitch. He'll come out and he'll come out in the press conference and say, yeah, he's not playing well, but then keep playing him. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how you raise standards. We saw the same thing. Jose done the same thing with Eden Hazard at times. Do you know what I mean? He said, yo, like, it's not good enough, but he's playing, man. But when Sancho knows no matter how well he plays, he's not going to play, why should he give a damn, bro? He's literally last in the pecking order, yeah? He's last in the pecking order, and he's not our worst attacker, bro. He's our best attacker. But he's not playing.
The thing is, this is the same as Pepe, bro. Pepe had start a game, score a screamer, yeah, get an assist, next game benched. You then bring him off the bench, yeah, he'd go and score the winner or an equaliser, benched. And it's like, it must be frustrating that you know that you're doing something every single game to impact the team every single game, and you ain't getting a game. Yeah, and I've said this about Pepe for the last 2 years.
He's literally got a very unique skill set that no one else in our team has, and the guy's been made a scapegoat for no reason, and that's just what it is. Like, I don't need to plead the Sancho case. Do you know what I mean? You get loads of people jumping on the bandwagon and they think GA is the be all and end all of football. Good for you, innit? Do you know what I mean? Good for you. Do you know what I mean? But the bottom line is, yeah, that guy's got a very unique set of skills, yeah, that he has that the players in our team don't have, and he hasn't been used correctly. He hasn't. Do you know what I mean? So, and bro, it just feels like I'm talking about Pogba all over again. That's what it feels like. And I mean, and they wanted rid of him, and now look, we got Bruno. So good luck, innit? Do you know what I mean? This is just what it is, bro. Be
But then
careful what you wish for.
this is what your fans and your club do. Yeah,
Bro, I
like
want him to
anyone
leave.
who's a big name or a big wage, you just end up.
I want him, bruv, I want him to leave and be successful because he will. Do you know what I mean? Because these men don't deserve good players at this football club because they always end up being the scapegoat. Always. So it's fine. Let him move on, bro.
Yeah, David De Gea. Yeah, scapegoat, even though he's coming to the end of his career. Yeah, like
David De Gea was killing us though, but it's one of them
was
ones.
killing you, but again, still scapegoat. Like,
but bro, I've seen this with Martial. I've seen it with even Fred as well. Yeah, we sold Fred. The manager wants to play pressing football. Sold Fred, the best pressing midfielder we have. Yeah, and kept McTominay. Yeah, and it's like
we bought Mason Mount.
And bought Mason Mount. In what world is Mason Mount better than Fred? Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, this manager. Do you know what I mean? But no one wants to talk about it, bro. Fred used to be our best player.
I told you about this manager when he got the job, bro, and he said about Harry Maguire. Fred
used to be, bruv, in all the big games, I've seen Fred in the Champions League against Barca, PSG, our best player. Fred against Man City, Man Mark, Kevin De Bruyne. All these other things.
With a goal in the big ones as well.
Bro, he was one of our top scorers from midfield last season, and the manager sold him to bring in Mason Mount.
Big games in the league, he does tend to pop up, or when you're back.
Bro, do you know how long? Yeah, do you know how long I was backing Fred, blood? Like, bro, everyone was like, Fred's rubbish. I was like, no, there's a player in there. Do you know what I mean? He's got his uses. And then we let go of Fred for Mason Mount.
I wouldn't start him every week. You start, bro. You do what Fergie did. Certain games, like Arsenal, Man United, you go and put Park in midfield, yeah, or fucking somebody like that, and like go and like press, yeah, get stuck into it, tackle, yeah, big games.
He's got a specific set of skills that is valuable for certain games. You don't have to, like I said with Wan-Bissaka, he's another player. He's got a specific set of skills that are valuable, yeah, for certain games. I wouldn't play Wan-Bissaka week in, week out, because if you want to play progressive football, he ain't got the skill set for that. But you know when you need him to do a job away from home against Martinelli, you play him. The same goes for Fred. There's certain games where, bro, you could use him. Instead, you got Mason Mount and you let go of Fred for something stupid like 5 mil or something like that, and then you spent 65 on Mason Mount. Well, you think that's good business? That's unbelievable, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but these men want to talk rubbish.
This guy, I think I see an account the other day post out that you've got rid of 20 players under this guy and replaced them with 9. Yeah, like, but bro, that's mad. When you actually do 20 players gone and you've replaced them with 9. Yeah, and it's like
we had an overinflated squad anyway. We just haven't replaced them with good players.
That's what I'm saying. 9 players have come in to replace 20. Yeah, and if it was 9 quality players that have come in, you could say cool. But when you're looking at some of the players that have come in, it's mad. It is actually crazy. Yeah, but bro, this guy, I said from that first ever press conference where he was bigging up Harry Maguire and he ain't taking the armband off him, I said, this guy is going to stink it out. Yeah, and listen, he won you a cup. Fair play to him. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he's going to be the undoing for you lot this season. Yeah, because you've got some good players at your football club, but he ain't got a clue what to do. He came in with all this, like, you know, possession-based football. Then he's gone in with all this, like, counter-attacking football. And it's like, mate, make your mind up. Like, I know different games, like, you can have different formations and stuff like that and different tactics. But when you look at Tottenham, the guy's been there 4 weeks. You can see what style of play he's got, and he's going to get slapped in certain games. He knows that, but he's going to stick with that style of play. He's going to add the players into his team that he wants for that style, and he's going to continue to play that style. Whereas, what's your style? I don't get it. I don't see it.
We don't have one. It'll be interesting to see if we play the way we played against Arsenal, against Brighton now, and then against other teams, isn't it?
Is that your next game, Brighton?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I think it'll be interesting to see if we do play the same way in it, like out from the back, trying to build from there, and then be a lot.
I think you're probably going to have to against them.
We'll see, and then if they do press us, then we'll see how that kind of style works. Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, For me, yeah, in anything in life, yeah, you have to be consistent. Do you know what I mean? You have to be consistent to be good. You have to be consistent to be good. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Like the reason why you've got as many subs on your YouTube channel is because you're consistent. If you was putting out one show a week, yeah, you wouldn't have the subs you have. Like it doesn't matter. Like in anything in life, you have to be consistent. This manager ain't done nothing consistently since he's been here. That has to be alarm bells for me.
Apart from why?
But that's it. It's the only thing he's consistently done. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Nothing else. The football ain't been consistent. The squad selection or the parameters for when a player gets picked and doesn't get picked is not consistent. All these things are not consistent, bro. Like they're not consistent. Oh, lost 7-0. Oh, let's give them another chance to go at it again. What?
Crazy. It's mad. Did after the game where Harry Maguire got subbed on against Seville, yeah, scored an own goal, ended up drawing 2-2. He came out in the press conference after that and said he had a good game. Like what? Like you were 2-0 up, coasting. You bring Maguire on, he scores an own goal. Fair enough, it was unlucky, but you get yourself in the right position, mate. Yeah, and he came out after that and said he had a good game. I don't know what he's doing, mate. Like, I think the biggest cheer of the day at the Emirates the other day was when you brought Harry Maguire on.
Bro, in the pub I was watching it in Portugal was the same. Arsenal fans celebrating when Harry Maguire came.
It's
like,
mad,
you know what I mean?
He shouldn't even be there. I've said this.
Bruv, the manager should have forced him out the club. What are you talking about?
Just stick him in the reserves and say you ain't playing all season.
Forced him out, bro. That's what Pep would have done. Said, "Oh, you're training with the kids if you don't leave."
Oh, he forced Cancelo out. Look at the difference in respect, yeah. Like for Cancelo had a bit of a tear up. We don't know exactly what happened, but he had a tear up. He
fell out with the manager. He had a falling out.
As soon as he had a falling out with the manager went bang. See you later.
On loan.
Yeah, gone. Yeah, let's see if this manager goes see you later. Well, he can't now unless he goes Saudi with Sancho. Yeah, because that's going to rumble on now until January. Unless he goes Turkey or Saudi, he can't go anywhere.
Yeah, Sancho's not leaving now.
Yeah, so what's he going to do with him? How is he going to repair that?
And he's probably going to get nicked, bruv. So, like, we're going to need him.
Prison FC might get another member, bro. It's mad.
That's what I mean. Inverted winger in that. Do you know what I mean? So, who knows, innit? Who knows, man? But yeah, we're muddied, bro. We're absolutely muddied, bro.
Top to bottom, your club's a shambles. I can't lie. It is mad.
It's horrible.
Big up to everyone inside, man. 2.4 in here. We ain't even hit 700 likes. We ain't even hit 600 likes. You lot, a disgrace. Yeah. 594. That needs to hit 1,000 real quick, man. There's enough of you in here to get that well over 1,000. So make sure you're whacking the likes up. Sub to Rants as well. Link in the title. Sub to me as well. Lee reacts as well. Big up to everyone who's been dropping supers in as well. Gunner Down Under says, Rice, salute my boy. Rice was man of the match for me. So key to have someone not only recovers the ball but breaks up play, but transitions. He won possession straight into the attack and capitalised on keeping the pressure up. So I thought he was man of the match. There was other people that were saying Martinelli. Other people were saying other players, Gabriel, etc., etc. So I don't think we had loads of players that were great that day, but that's why I picked Rice. I thought, and to get the decisive goal as well, kind of sealed it for me. Big up Gunner Down Under. Make sure you sub to his channel as well, people. Jose's style of man management without the accolades. Bro, the difference is Jose's respected. So Jose can sit in press conference after press conference and cuss Luke Shaw left, right, and centre for being overweight.
Yeah, but Jose will criticize a player while they're playing. Do you know what I'm saying? To say, yo, this ain't good enough. Be better. Like Jose came out and said, yo, it was Luke Shaw's body and my brain out there. But Luke Shaw still played. Do you know what I'm saying?
I was walking him through the games or saying he said.
But at least he's still out there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when a man knows that no matter what you're going to do, yeah, you're not going to play, like, why should you even bother, bro? Like, I've been there. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been there, even at my futsal club, where I've had players that I know are good. I'm not the manager, so I don't pick the team. They're not getting enough minutes, and they're saying to me, yo, this guy's disrespecting me, bro. Like, why am I even coming? Like, why am I here? Do you know what I mean? And it's very easy as a player. Like, bro, everyone knows, like, when you're a player, you know if you're better than the next man. And you know when next man are not playing well. So how are you going to tell a man, yeah, that's watching Anthony stink the place out week in, week out, watching Rashford stink the place in, week out.
And that's the thing. That's his position as well. When he was at Dortmund, he was right wing. And he was tearing it up. I know it's a different league. Yeah, he's been bang average since he's got to England. But at the same time, how many starts has he had in a row? Yeah, I'd imagine less than 10. 10 straight starts. I don't think I've ever seen him start more than 10 games. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the chat can tell us. I don't know. Big up to Joey as well. Fred or Rice rants?
Obviously, Rice is better. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Rice is a better footballer. Yeah, cool.
Arteta isn't winning the league. He's the Spanish Brendan Rodgers. He would be sacked as Bayern manager. 5 seasons, no Champions League, no Prem. Bro, like I've said before, yeah, I prefer not to speak. Big up to you, man. Big up to Ryan as well. If Sancho went to Spurs, he would cook under Ange. Bro, if he went to a lot of clubs, he would do all right.
But he would do bits at your club, you know, like that. At the end of the day, yeah, it's just that he's in a system that's just, it's not good. We don't play good football. End of story. Do you know what I mean? That's it. And we've got the most low IQ football team in the league, yeah. And he's a very high IQ footballer, bro. The way Arsenal were moving the ball, yeah, even the way you scored that goal, the way you moved the ball and the way you cut us open and got the ball to Odegaard, bro, Sancho would cook in a team like that. Like, bro, look at the players he's playing with. Most of these man, bro, Rashford, bro, look at the amount of chances he had to play Højlund in, messed it up. Don't know when to release the ball. Anthony don't know when to release the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, bruv. Bruno just overhits everything. Like, come on. Bruv, what is man? Are you looking at what man are actually playing? Like, look at what man's playing with. Like, it's actually crazy.
Yeah. Mate, if I'm Sancho, I'm knocking on the door saying, start me. And if you ain't, get me out of it.
Bruv,
mate,
let me go, bruv.
I think that's what it is. I think he wanted to go, and I don't think they let him.
I know for a fact he wanted to go in January. For a fact.
He wanted Chelsea, didn't he?
And they didn't let him go. And then, bro, Tottenham wanted him this window, and he was open to going there, and they didn't let him go. Manager's telling him, nah, you're going to play a big part this season, yeah? And then benching him. After starting him in pre-season in the false 9, then starts Rashford in the 9 in the first game of the season and starts Garnacho. Like, bro, man's out here lying to players. And Oli done the same thing to some ballers as well. That's why Henderson, the goalkeeper, dipped. Like, and he was fuming because Oli told him he was going to be number 1. And then this, that. Bro, these men are lying. Like, it's obvious what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's obvious what's going on. But because man don't like Sancho, they're like, oh, it must be him. Whatever, bro. Do you know what I mean?
We'll find out when Piers Morgan interviews him.
Bro, like literally, we got Casemiro, one of the best midfielders in the game, yeah? Have man looking like a scrub more times because he's just got bums around him. Manager's playing him in the register against Arsenal in the 6 and he's just giving the ball away because there's no one to hit. Like, he's not a first phase player. The manager's not even using him correctly, bro. Do you know what I mean? But it's Cass's fault. What, Cass just got bad overnight? But for Brazil, he's still one of the most important players.
It's crazy. I've had a few super chats in here as well, slagging you off. I ain't reading them out, people. Come on, Mance is my pal. Yeah, like be respectful with it. If you don't agree with what he's saying, yeah, come on. And listen, just keep it chill, man. Like, at the end of the day, we don't always agree in it. Yeah, but we keep it civil on stream. We ain't sitting there cussing each other out. So do the same in the chat, people. Come on. Yeah, I don't get people on for them to be slagged off. Yeah, they say other channels will do that. Like the next one that I go on in a minute. Yeah, that whole chat will be cussing me out. Yeah, but I ain't reading them out. If you want to put them in, that's up to you, but I won't be reading them. So save your money, people. Come on. Yeah, let's keep it clean. Yeah, there's no need for it, man. Before we do wrap this up, I wanted to ask about the Anthony situation. I did a video on it yesterday. Yeah, and bro, again, your club just can't catch a break. I can't lie. Like, for me, yeah, from what I read, again, it's all if, buts, and maybes, the same with the Greenwood one. Yeah, from what I've read, yeah, the problem is, I think it got dismissed in Brazil. I'm not sure. I may be wrong, but I think it got dismissed. But now it's with Manchester police. Bro,
what do you mean? No, how can it be with Manchester police if it was something that happened in Brazil?
Because one or two of the incidents happened in England. It was reported to Manchester police. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm saying, bro. Yeah, like it's if he's done it, the same as what I said about Greenwood. If he has done it, and if he is found guilty in a court of law, he needs to go away for a very long time. Yeah, because you can't be doing that. But again, Man United have just got over the Greenwood saga, loaned him out to Getafe. Yeah, then you've got the whole Ten Hag Sancho thing, and then the very next day, Anthony's issuing a statement. Bro, I swear, man. And this just goes to show, yeah, how much lack of due diligence not only Man United are doing on players, Yeah, but how much of a lack of respect there is at that football
But it's not
club?
Man United, bro. The manager specifically wanted him because he's worked with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but bro, if you look at his rap sheet, that manager, bro, so Quincy Prone. Like,
I know, bro. But listen, again,
bro,
that's Ten Hag's business, bro. You know, like that. That's his business, bro. Like I can't blame the
that's what I'm
manager.
saying. Ten Hag should be doing better business.
I know, but
Yeah.
I can't blame the manager for this because it's like you never know what people are doing in their private life. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone in this chat's probably like they might know someone who's an absolute wrong and blood. Do you know what I mean? But they're just good at football. Like you know them ones that like it just is what it is. I don't blame the manager for this. Like obviously he's not meant to know Anthony's character off the field, innit? But on the field, you can see that he's hot headed. And he can be wound up. Like you can see it. So this is why, yeah, all of this stuff will stick, bruv. It will stick.
Yeah,
It will
mate.
stick.
It's looking likely. I can't lie. It is looking likely.
And
I'll
he's
tell
been
you
dropped
what.
from the Brazil team. So
Yeah. I see that. Yeah, they posted out saying.
and them man are unruly. So if they believed he was innocent, they wouldn't have dropped him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. It's not looking good for him. But again, this is not going to be a 2-week, 2-month thing. This is going to go on forever. Yeah, and again, it's just Man United's name in the mud again, isn't it? Round and round and round you go, and then it's like, mate, I don't know where you go from here. I can't lie. You just need to get them Qataris in and shake the whole thing up again. But again, that ain't looking likely right now either. Yeah, I see something the other day. I don't know if it's BS after these journalists chat crap anyway, saying that they're going to take it off the market and now they want 10 billion. Like,
it's nonsense, bro. This is how you negotiate, Lido. This is how you negotiate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no problem. I'm not really worried about that, to be honest. Like, I mean, it was the Daily Mail that reported it. Oh, come on, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, do better than that. It's all right.
It's all a bit mad, man. It's all a bit mad. But listen, we are going to wrap this up. I am going live with Terry in about 6 minutes, I think. So make sure you are smashing the like button up. Have we hit 1,000 yet? Probably not, because you lot are shameless today. 7:15, man. Come on, 285. Hit the button now. Make sure you sub to this channel as well. Sub to Rance's channel. Link in the title. What you got coming up, man?
I got a show later with Northside at 6:30, I believe.
Debut.
Yeah, so I'm going to film Band Sports Ooze now, and then coming back for that show at 6:30, bruv. So yeah, bruv, busy day today.
There you go. Happy days. So make sure you go and check that out as well. Northside's always funny, man.
Yeah,
Always
he's
a good.
madman.
He's class, bro. I swear that guy's jokes. So make sure you go and check that out later, people. Check out my second channel as well. I've got a video already out about Mohamed Salah, and then at 9:30 UK time, I've got one dropping about Sancho. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, this is going to direct you straight to Henry. He's just rang me actually. Straight to Terry's chat. So go and spam his chat, and I'll be there in a couple of minutes, people. But for now, we're out. Later. Oh, one more thing before we go. Sorry, I forgot Chike's super chat. What's he saying here? Kansas City Chiefs are playing on Thursday night. If my team Manchester City gets to 21 points, we're going to run away with it. If you get 7 out of 7, it's finished. I think it's finished anyway. But
Yeah,
I think it's finished already, mate. They're looking too good. I think this is the first time in. I think Pep's only won 4 out of 4 once since he's been manager at the start of the season, like at Man City. So yeah, it's not looking great for us. But there we go. It is what it is. They'll piss the title. And the rest of us will be licking our wounds again, making out we've had great seasons, finishing 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Anyway, we're out. Cheers, Chike. Cheers, everybody else. Smash the likes. Adios. Ciao.